Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me around the telescope. Just going to talk about the second one in our news roundup for this week, January 12th, 2026. A white dwarf that refuses to die or rest, really, to slowly go away into the cosmic sunset, so to speak. Astronomers using the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope, ESO-VLT, have discovered via images a wonderful shockwave, which you can see here, around a dead star. However, as beautiful as the shockwave is, it's very puzzling to astronomers. The white dwarf causing the star, RX J0528 plus 2838, shouldn't have a shockwave around it. It's basically dead. It's gone through its planetary nebula phase. It should be fading from white dwarf, eventually after billions of years, to black dwarf, which would be very hard, if not impossible, for us to see. This discovery, though, is causing astronomers to rethink their understanding of how dead stars like this one interact with their surrounding environment. I'm going to just call the Planetary Nebula 2838 for the rest of this video. It's located about 720 light years away from Earth, and like our sun, it rotates around the center of the galaxy. As it's moving through space, it's interacting with the gas that's around it in the space between stars. From this interaction comes a bow shock. It's a lot like a ship in the ocean. As it plows through the ocean, you get that wave coming around the ship, so to speak. Anyway, 238 is orbited by a companion star that's feeding materials onto the white dwarf. Okay, this typically results in a disk of material coming from the companion that's not able to remain on the white dwarf. Kind of looks similar to this. Here you see the companion putting material onto the white dwarf. Some of that material can't stay on the white dwarf, so it's put into a disk around the white dwarf. But what's weird about 2838 is it has no disk around it. It's not showing that. And that's this outflow from the white dwarf and the surrounding nebula. It really is a mystery. The white dwarf is defying the dead star label based on its bow shock. It's been pumping out a massive outflow for over 1,000 years and counting. Without a disk to provide the thrust, it shouldn't be possible. Yet, there it is. Okay. However, astronomers have a theory for how this is working. Study co-lead Christian Eichelwicz explains that they have previously identified that 238 has a strong magnetic field around it. This field is responsible for pulling material taken from the companion star directly onto the white dwarf without forming that disk. When they look at the data, they've identified the current magnetic field has only enough strength to power a bow shock for only a few hundred years, not 1,000. So even though the magnetic field is probably part of the answer, it's not the full answer to solve this mystery. It means that astronomers are going to continue to study this white dwarf, and using the upcoming Extremely Large Telescope by the European Space Agency, they're hoping to be able to study many more white dwarfs like this in detail to help solve this mystery. Just kind of cool. Love white dwarfs. It's the end of stellar evolution, so to speak, and this one is just showing, as it does up here in the picture, a beautiful bow shock, and it's just gorgeous in the images. But as gorgeous as it is, to understand why it's happening with a white dwarf that shouldn't be doing it, that's even though they have part of the answer, astronomers are going to keep digging and keep looking so that they can figure out why this is occurring. Probably to see also if it's happening in other white dwarfs in our galaxy. So anyway, keep looking up. I hope you have clear skies, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for gathering with me.